Anyway, this is a Tyler video because lots of you will have heard me talk about Mia and Kelly and Royston. You won't have seen any of them. So this was a ta-da! They are real people. This is really Mia.
Hi.
And this is really Kelly.
Hi.
And this is really Royston's bottom. You get to
What
see.
is that?
So this is going to be, well, it's going to be my last video before I go in on Tuesday. And for those of you that are used to the really, really long videos, like Mia, who watches all of them, do you ever watch them?
I do.
Do you watch all of them?
Yeah.
Speed it up.
Whilst I'm like watching Friends in the background as well.
So now we know. So I wanted you to meet the family. I wanted to thank everyone for just the massive number of cards, gifts, boxes,
Letters.
odd-looking packages that have arrived here that are ready to be packed in the case and taken into hospital with me. So thank you so much to those of you that have done it, even to those of you that thought about it and didn't get round to doing it. That's cool too.
And those of you that emailed me, I printed all your things off. They're going in the bag with it. If you didn't get time to send them, they've been printed off.
And as much as I would love to do a personal thank you to each of you, I still got a little bit of hangover from being made to do it at the end of Christmas.
I thought you were going to soup in the rum.
To sit down. Don't talk about the rum.
There's a reason why mine and Mia's voice is a little bit husky, but yeah.
From the rum night that we just had. But I don't drink any alcohol anyway, so.
It was just me.
God, I'm just going to lose my train of thought. Yeah, so as much as I would like to write a personal note to each of you, it's going to be a big blanket thank you, because it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to take
You
me
won't
so
remember
long.
who everything's from.
I will. And this week's been a really important week for the Willow Tree because we have now given out some money.
Yeah, so since December, we've raised £62,000, or you've raised £62,000, which is phenomenal, absolutely amazing. And we have our trustees in place for the charity, and they had the really hard task to sift through the videos, the applications that have been made over the last few months of other families living with a blood cancer, their stories, and why they also need some financial aid. Whether that be that they're newly diagnosed and the rug's been pulled out beneath them, whether they're looking to fund drugs or surgery themselves, just like Richard did with his £40,000 drug, whether it's the fact that they're in remission and they're now starting this new phase of life, or whether it's the fact that they just need these expenses because that's how much it costs to travel 50 miles a day to a hospital and things. So we've been doing some little short interviews with the people who were given the funding, so that you can learn a little bit more about their story, what your donations is going to enable them to do. And we'll be posting that in the Willow Tree Foundation Facebook group and on our website. So please join the Facebook group. We'll put a link in the comments as we always do if you're not in there, and if you know someone with a blood cancer that needs support.
Yeah, amazing. It was amazing to give the money out. It feels like it sat there in the bank account whilst we worked out how best to distribute the funds. So it was quite an amazing moment to be able to hand that money over to people and see the immediate impact that it made on them. Most of you will know that my hair's been growing back very nicely. When I was asleep last night, Mia crept into my bedroom. I was in a deep sleep. I've got some new drugs for pain. I was completely out of it, and Mia shaved all my hair off, which is obviously it's just an awful thing to do to anyone. Do you want to take the hat off?
That is a lie.
But it has all gone again. So
Hold on, can we just clarify that I did not do it in the middle of the night? And
I've got pictures, Mia, of you doing it this afternoon, so
Thank you.
I'll back you up on.
Yeah, the picture of her shaving 666 into the back of my head.
you were like, oh, why don't you write 666 in my hair?
Anyway, he did a smiley face just to even out the energy, guys, as well.
So the hair's gone. So thanks to the lovely Susie in the Willow Tree group, who we met a few weeks ago, and I had a call with. Susie also had a stem cell transplant at St George's in January. It's hit her 100-day mark, and fingers crossed for some good news for her this week. But she said how traumatic it was to be in having the chemo again and all her hair dropping out. Her hair had got to, I think, to about the length of mine. So we decided that all needed to go. I didn't want to be lying there and having to somehow wash hair off of me with my central line fitted. And so Mia just did a wonderful job of seemingly dancing and shaving my head at the same time. It's quite an extraordinary thing. You were dancing. You did like a little pirouette thing. Anyway, thank you to Mia for, that's twice she's had to shave my head, and I'm hopeful.
Was it 3 times?
A lady.
Yeah, we did it a little bit shorter
Did we?
the second
Because
time.
we did it before Christmas and then we did
Okay.
it after.
Well, I'm hopeful that you will never have to shave my head again. That's what I'm hanging out for. So I go in on Tuesday the 3rd, and on Wednesday the 4th I will have 6-7 days of chemotherapy.
You can't say May the 4th without saying
May the 4th
May the
be with
4th be with you.
So may the 4th be with me on Wednesday when I start my chemo, which is going to be, I think, a pretty brutal 6 days compared to the chemo I've had already. And then after that, I'll have my infusion of my cells back into me, which will be around the 10th of May. And then I'll have another 3 weeks in to go on some journey of my blood levels dropping right to 0, and then starting to pick up again before I can come home. But I am going to do a daily video whilst I'm in, well, I guess to update people, but also we want to capture and diarise the video of having a stem cell transplant so that other people who are going to be going through it can get an insight into my journey, which will be different, which will undoubtedly be different to yours. So I'm going to do that. I don't know what state I'll be in as I do them.
and they'll be short.
They will be short.
Thank God.
Yeah, they will be short. And some days I might not feel like doing them, and I will give you something, even if it's a hello as I vomit into the toilet.
From the rum.
I won't be drinking any rum. I didn't drink any rum. You drank.
No, I
it.
did.
God only knows what's going to happen. If anybody lives near us, I would appreciate you popping into the house at some point whilst
To
I'm in
check
hospital,
Kelly and I are
just to
alive.
make sure they're still alive, that they've been eating. We've done a food list today of the types of meals they might eat, and so hopefully we're all good. We're all good.
We're all good.
We're all good. Okay, that's all that matters. So I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you, well, on the other side of
Tuesday.
being in St George's. So from me, from Mia, from Kelly, from Royston, what the hell you can say your own goodbyes. We're going to say, what are you looking at me laugh for?
I just wasn't really paying attention.
Oh,
She's
really?
already drifted off.
Well, you just...
Have a
Lots of
lovely
love to you.
bank
Have a super bank
holiday.
holiday, and we will see you again soon. Bye.
When I see you again.
Oh.
Can leave that. We are going to leave that bit in.